Well, hello again. Little video. This is on the new HM7000 Class 87 sound file, which I bought off Steve from Hobby Goblin, of course, so there we go. And here's my Class 87. Now this is one, I've had this some years, and this is the 8-pin version. Now the problem with it is that the PC board is just there, so you can get the decoder in at the top, but there's nowhere to fit the speaker or a power pack, or Sailab you might call it. But if there's two screws which you only do on the top underneath there on the PC board, but I could only get about 3mm lift off it. The cables are too short. But underneath there, if you took it off, underneath there is a drive shaft to those wheels, and underneath that drive shaft is a hollow round bit where you put the round speaker, which I don't use. I don't use them. So what to do, I've actually got the smallest of the boxes, sound boxes, off the HM7000 and fitted that. But I am going to get one of the L Sounds smaller speakers to fit it in place, because they're beautiful, those. I love them. So what you've got underneath there, if you go to this is what it looks like underneath. Those springs there are for the cab lights which are there. Now what I managed to get in that little spot there, I managed to get the speaker in there. But on the other end, which is the same as this, what I've had to do is cut those two panels out there to get the power pack in. And it's worked okay, no problem at all. So I shall be changing the speaker over. But the horns and that sound a bit rough at the moment, but at least I've got it running, so that's a major thing. So this is the logo itself, as I said. Now if I now shift this out of the way for a minute. Now what we've got now is I put this on to DCC mode. So on Bluetooth, sorry. So what you've got now is you've got the sound. That's its sound. If I just turn that up again for a minute, what we've got down here, we've got the cab startup. That's that. And then you've got the sound on. You've got the lights on. There's the lights on. Now this particular train, you can't turn the rear lights off. You've got to have it. They're on permanent on this one. I don't know whether on the 21 version you can't get it, but actually, in fact, in this decoder, it actually says you can turn the front lights off or the back lights off. I think it's CB 23 and 24. But so that you can do, whether you can do it on the 21 pin, I don't know. But on this one, the 8 pin, you can't. So the rear lights are on permanently all the time. So that's that, and the cab lights. Now this is set for the night mode, so the cab lights are on now. So what we've got now is we come down here. We've got the ordinary horn. Do it again. That's the 2 on that one. There's this one. Can you see it? It does sound a bit rough, that does. We've got brake squeal. Down here you've got Spirax. Turn that off. You've got AWS. You've got doors opening. These are the coach doors. Turn that off there. You've got the detonators. Now that one, if you turn it on, they only go on when the train is running on that one. So we go from that one now, go to page 2. What you've got here now is a compressor. windscreen wipers. You've got rail clack, which will only run when the train is running, of course. You've got pantograph arcing. I don't know how that one works, I haven't found that one yet. Door closing, that's a cab door. Flange squeal, which will only run by when the train is running. You've got coupling. You've got guard's whistle. Got carriage passing. On this one you've actually got, just turn that, if that goes the other way. You've got station announcement, or station ambience as you might call it. And then you go to page 3. You've got air valve, daylight. So these are the two. So you've got daylight and rear light. Those two there, you can't operate on this one here. And all auxiliary lights are on there. You've got the shunting mode there, and you've got the creep mode. Now, if you actually hold this, you'll see. If I hold on to it, you see creep. So, and then of course you've got the automatic one, which very rare I use any road. So that is what they all are. Now what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to just turn that off because I don't want that. Oh, sorry, I better turn it back on again because I need to go back down here for a minute. Go to locomotive settings there, and I need to change it to DCC. That's it, it's back on DCC now. I can actually turn that off now, I don't want that anymore. So what I've got now is I've actually done a program for this one. So I'll show you what the program is, how it runs, which is the Glasgow one, right? There's a startup, a new startup. There's the lights on. There's one of my station announcements.
On platform 2 will be the 11:30 ScotRail service to Glasgow Central, calling at Warrington Central, Wigan North Western, Preston, Lancaster, Oxenholme Lake District, Penrith, Carlisle, and Glasgow Central only. This train is formed of 3 coaches. First class accommodation is located at the front of the train. A buffet service is available on this train. Please mind the gap when boarding this train.
Now, there's a little thing with these programs. I'll tell you what it is in a second. And this is just finally done this little bit. I think this is the last bit now, I think. Let's go another one to go. I forget how many times I have to do these, but each one's different. There it comes. Right. Also, this is going to shut down. Right. Also in my programme, my station sign there, that has been set for Glasgow with all the different stops on it there as well. So that starts up first, and then it does all this bit, and then when it comes to these horns, when you're doing your programme, you press the horn once and it does that, and go round and press the horn again. But when you actually run the programme, you'll find that usually the first one you do, it'll work, but after that it doesn't. So what you've got to do is, on the screen here, up here, you see the little clock going up there. Check the clock, and when your train is getting like here, you put the time down, then every time it goes round and does it again, put the time down again, and then what you've got to do then is add them in. So this particular one, if I actually go in here now, and go down here for class 87 there. So all these here, I'll put the times in, and that's how it works that way. I found that with a lot of the programs that'll do this, if you lose the horn quite a few times, if you change the horn from horn 1 to horn 2, you might get away with it. But if you're using the same horn every time, then you could get a problem out of it. So that is that particular train running as well. Now also, what I've done is actually, I can swap all my trains round, but what I've done this time round is I've put my class 20, my Batman class 20, I bought this with sound already in. This is a beautiful little loco. And there's all my Stoke-on-Trent wagons, my coal wagons, from all the pits around where I live here, or used to live around, well, which is around here. So what I've got with that one now is, on this one now, if I go to this one here now, and click this one, that's getting now, as I said before, some locos behave themselves and some don't. This one behaves itself. See, that one has run a little bit short. Now if I alter that and then goes round again, it must want to come over here. But this one runs perfect. And that cab light automatically goes out when the train starts up. And these are all my coal yard wagons from Stoke-on-Trent, which I've shown in previous ones up here. These were specially commissioned from Steve at the Hobby Goblin. I'm usually in there on Tuesdays. I haven't gone today. There we go. So then again, I've had to do all these horn sounds added in. But this is a beautiful loco, I like this one. And this one usually behaves itself. There you go. Well, that run over a bit actually. Shouldn't do that, but that's the first time it's run today. There's the door opening. It's done. Now what I'm going to do now is show you this little one, my little shunter. And I'll show you that one operating. Now what I've got with that one, if I turn my street light on, there's my fiddly yard. Now that particular line goes round the back, it doesn't go through the fiddly yard. So what happens is the points down there change from the fiddly yard to that, and when they do, those lights go out. They're controlled by that. If I now do this, when the points click, those lights will go out. There you are. Now you'll come out, come round to here. This is the Hornby with the sound already fitted. TTS. He's got TTS sound in it. Just stop there. And you see the light change with the router on it. There you are. Green and router. Now we'll start up again in reverse with the hoop first. This is the DB Schenker one. And as he goes past here, the light will go back to red. And he goes back into the siding. And there it is. And then you'll get the points changed and then the engine go off. And the lights will come back on the fiddly yard. Because I've changed the points to go into the fiddly yard. Or the programmers anyway. Well. And there's the engine off, and that's that one done. Now, if I just come out of here for a minute, hopefully, and get this up. And go to here. Go to this one here, my what's it? YouTube. This is my YouTube. Let's go that way a minute. So what I've got here, this is my annual report, and as you see from there, in April next year I will be doing this 13 years. I've been doing videos 13 years. Then it tells you this year what was the highest playback, and that was a Hornby 6010. And it tells you what your views are and everything, where it all started, which is a birthday special, and you continue age with that. And then what you've got here is where your subscribers come from. I've got United Kingdom here, I've got Australia, I've got United States, I've got them all over the world. I've got South Africa everywhere, but those two come. And that gives me a report on what I've got done this year. I've actually just had a, I'll just go back in there a second, go back in there a minute. I've just had one back from Railmaster, and he says, "We hope that Santa brings you something nice, and keep up the good work with all your videos. Excellent stuff. All the best and time for Christmas. So I've had that from thing. So I haven't had no reply back as regards the secret thing I'm supposed to be doing with it. And also, when you look at that video, you're thinking, that email, thinking, now, you mean they're sending me something or not sending me something? I don't know. It's just ambiguous, that is. But anyway, I wish you all, all my subscribers and everybody else who watches me, a very happy Christmas and a happy New Year. I will be doing something most probably in the New Year, but unless something crops up from Railmaster, then I'll drop one in before the New Year. But until, all the best, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.